dissolved as infinite kisses, thousand-petaled softness, leagues of sky, acres of dreams, oceans of tears, ripples of sunshine, plow through deep, dark sadness, infused with interminable beauty, simply full blooming aliveness, bursting the seams of imaginary division. No one to be attached or unattached, no one to feel sorrow or joy, no one to try to find the light or shut out the dark or dissolve into infinite beauty. Slow dance of wind and wind, sky breathes sky, your heart falls through midnight as morning sings. Where is the night of deep, dark shadows, ripping starlight in your eyes? Where is the dream of infinite kisses, waltzing with the death of tomorrow? Your footfalls, filled with tears, reflected light bloomed and wilted, edges crumbled into the sea of unknowing. Fullness of star song rages, fills you, empties you, sings you. Wide-eyed, twisting, twirling, shadows dancing, ringlets of awe, drenched with dew, morning sings like this. Falling reflections of mirrored wonder, simply the wind dancing in love with its own movement, watching the leaves of unwritten stories fly away, flowing bits of memory and pictures of tomorrow that no one drew. Air sings, breath of morning breathes sky, how deep the shadows piling under the terrace of sun, filled and emptied by love. Top of your skull, bottoms of your feet, comb the clouds, thin shell of moon sets. Oceans of crows, one sits on the streetlight, still illumined although it is day. Puddles fill the vacant lot, poems slide across the surface, delving deep into water, more wetness. Alone at sunset, the memory of my mother weeping. No words, all words, empty sky sings. Moon sets, I cannot find it under the cloak of day. White heron by the water's edge, blue dragonflies swim through the grasses. Hollow wind echoes my empty heart, beating. No words found their shadow under the branches, rippling green and blue. No one sleeps under the cover of night. Silhouette flowers drifts through moon. Knowing this unknowing bedecks a naked tree, waltzes through the shadowed grace of home. The weight of unbearable beauty weeping. Words slide through these fingertips, surfing. Love soars and sings, and kisses me gently into this song. What lies under the naked earth mourning, from whence this hush that sings, sweeter than any love song, this silence that has permeated all color and saturated all sound, drenched my being and poured me into sky. I drink the day as day swallows me. Feathered wind, ocean of flowers balanced on the edge of red. A sigh. Between our wings, time lost its backbeat, held its breath, flew into this love song. I was the paint and the canvas and the washing of color, the clouds and the sky, the water and the waves and the endless sea, the wind and the treetops of dancing. How I longed for those brief moments. Now it is always like this, the dance and the dancer, the love, the lover, and the beloved. Every secret pocket of your being is ripped inside out until there is nowhere left to hide, and no thing or one to hide. Heron glides, wind dances his reflection into sky, shimmering. How deep are your footprints in this forest of echoes? The rain left no shadow nor light. There are no paths to to this pathless land that is everywhere, that is nowhere. No clocks on the wall of time that has barricaded your heart from loving deeply. This wonder world of placeless sorrow and joy. How many nights have you tried to hold the moonlight? How many mornings will you look up and try to hold the sky in your heart? In a shadow there is only darkness, and the moon is reflected light, like you. You have no substance. There is no time for tomorrows. Memory slides through itself, leaves not a ripple to gather moonlight. Sky pours through sky, oceans fall through oceans, cloud castles crumble, the very earth collapses into itself. Emptiness subsumes emptiness, and yet all and everything, all and everything. Shimmering, surreal dream, aliveness embracing aliveness, through these arms, through these lips, life kissing itself, singing, weeping, dissolved, yet dancing, pirouette of wind in wind, arabesque of light in light, suspended as nothing, soaring, skinless, space flows through space, not even a ripple or a whirlpool, a footstep, a song, or a tear to fall gently. Tremendous this awe that ignites itself, burns itself, not even ashes in the wind. Softly the hurricane twirls. Out and into itself, seamless beauty sings. Amazed, I watch hands, my delicate, tender hands, reach out and pick up a piece of driftwood. Watch its shadow blooming and dissolving, merging with the tapestry of this light and shadow dance, weaving the loose ends of my hair into the song of waters, tears streaming, day soaring, inside and outside have merged. There is no treasure at the end of the rainbow. This is the prize. This breath, this poem, this life that sings and laughs and dances and twirls and breathes this very breath. There is only this breath. There is no next. Simply magnificent this life. The first and last kiss kisses me, twirls me into love's embrace. I exist as a girl, a woman, who has slipped into a flowing light gown of awe, walking in a surreal, rich, lush dream of you and me and love. No one wears this bejeweled garment of shimmering reflections. No one dances on the shore of an edgeless sea. Yet I'm here, as real as you, and tomorrow. And the wind and the leaves laugh, and I am the wind and the treetops dancing. You dreamed of merging into sky, into rainbows dancing, of vast, endless seas soaring into infinity, watching, waiting, listening for a sign in the dark, in the silence, a night hawk's cry. Tattered trails of moonlight's ashes, scattered sea and sky with dream paths. The road twisted and turned and curved back upon itself as it fell into its own horizon. You held on to the slippery slide, but you could not remain tied to nothing. You watched all and everything dissolve into the darkest night, where even love did not turn on her light. Your tears filled the whirls and swirls of the fingerprints of time as you slid off the mirror where you thought you could catch yourself, but could not, as there was no one left to try. This song is only tethered to itself. Words write the backbeat of memory, placing sky above trees and earth down below where the storyline stretches into a silhouette of you. You seemed to be holding the sky apart from the sea, but the sea swam into and through your hands as sky poured into reflection. You drank deeply as the waters swallowed you and drenched all the fairy tales of your childhood dreams. All the pages ripped themselves out of every book, every word a lie. Even truth was seen to be transparent. Some words danced with a world that could only be seen, heard, touched with words, like suns and moons streaming across clear, vast seas. Some words painted pure fantasy, like joy and sorrow and beauty, and you and others and love. You were the story of longing, the reaching, the hope for love. Now you are the dream of knowing that you are the dream, that there is no tomorrow, that there is simply this dance as it dances itself. It feels like love, but unlike any love dream. Infinity's rainbow has caressed you from the inside and out and left a tear-stained shadow waltzing with itself, saturated with a joyous ease of simply being. Deep night, rain eases, I sleep until mists rise on the lake, dissolve into the colors of morning. One day the words may stop. There is no fear of empty hands. I am simply a poem unraveling. Breath on the mirror clouds your reflection. Syllables slide into sun, dancing on the edge of darkness. Petals fall behind the glass, kiss their echo softly. Flowers press between the pages of this book that writes itself, blossoming and withering. Nothing escapes as the songs unravel, breaking the soundscape. Words slice paragraphs. Lightning shatters mirrored sky. Falling shards pierce photographs. Blood paints and erases these lines. Dancing with my own reflection, music box unwinds the melody. Familiar yet new. Dance, ballerina, dance. Seamless beauty pierced my heart long ago. My heart exploded into infinite bits of starlight dancing. I was consumed in a conflagration of immeasurable proportion. A searing brilliance opened my eyes. I weep. Driftwood holds the fabric of water, the fingerprint of deep rushing rivers and mountain springs. Rain unfolds into the softness of my hands. Warmth of morning shimmers on the lake. What is the color of midnight when it hides under the moon? What is the sound of moonlight splashing on the sand? Space dissolves into itself. Night sleeps under the cloak of morning. Light and shadow weave this daydream of someone sleepings, of someone who awakens. What is the color of no color? When I sing of vast transparency and the absence of light and space and dimension, emptiness lost itself when time died. A tiny box of shells, a room full of wind, acres of empty sky, refrigerator hum, sound of the sea laughing. How I long to send you an empty bottle of wind. You can sail into a paper cup and drink this wondrousness that paints me, dips its brush into pools of echoes, and swirls color, tears, and blood into a river of reflections. Gilded with sunlight, your filigreed steps never lingered on the flowing meadow. You found yourself soaring, heart wider than endless sky, the dream of the emptiness of ancient starless nights and the fullness of endless kisses. Rinsed with eons of tears, swallows dive and swirl. A young girl picks flowers, longing to braid golden sunshine into her hair and dance as the wind, and you remember. Rain eases in the morning. Diamonds drip from the grasses bowing. Chorus of finches gathers at the feeder. I find a small, yellow, dead body. She could not fly through the window, nor could I. First traffic, tires on the wet road. All the world is spinning. And I, spun of these very thoughts, these very words paint me as I type them. Hands on my computer, sending messages in a bottle, where someone built a ship long ago and tried to sail away. No one was contained, no one was set free. It was only echoes in the glass. I fell through my reflection as life poured me out and in. No one remained to run naked through the grass. I am this morning song. I drink deeply this wondrous day as day consumes me, softness of wet in wet, a slippery sliding through the day. A love poem cannot read itself. Trails of tears cannot lead or follow. Ancient and new these words that reflect this seamless beauty. I am a silhouette of mirrors. There is no ground or a place to rest, nothing to gather, nothing to grow or wither, simply sky in sky, colors dancing. Looking out, looking in, space flows through itself, through these liquid eyes. Last breath of sun hovers, waves in the lanterned grasses, arrays itself in golden cloud flowers, slips over the canyon rim. A hush gathers the darkness. Moonlight, softly, softly, nestles under the trees, pools on the garden path where the wind has forgotten to sing. And no one wanders or awaits the morning. Beneath the piles of autumn leaves, day sleeps. During the rain, she sleeps, dreaming of rain. Billowing in the wind, pushed and pulled from the inside and out, sky is filled with treetops dancing, shine and shadow of leaves shimmering, stories of emptiness, of nakedness, wild and free, of no one left to be free. Stories of fullness, of mirrored skirts twirling, calliopes and carousels, of kissing on the terrace of songs, of weeping on the shore where you waited for the sunrise, of broken bent trees bedecked with stars, broken hearts and shattered dreams, and eagles soaring across the canyon. All love stories in the wind, read by no one, heard by everyone. A robin song echoes down the canyon of dancing shadows. Wind sends the scent of mountain pines and rain. Memory slides and waves to itself, gathering moonbeams to dance with the light of this daytime dream time, where we dance on windswept sands, where we only seem to touch. It is always only wind dancing with wind. In this dream of dancing shadows, flowing into and through each other, the kiss of madness, the kiss of fools, the kiss of lovers, the kiss of joy and sorrow. Life kisses itself through these lips, this breath. This song of our aliveness sounds like a love song to me. Pale dawn paints yesterday's flower, still gazing at open sky, mouth closed. Last night's rain carved this path down the hill. Finches do not follow or leave traces of flight, or yellow. Singing relentlessly, the soft, soft light of morning bathes their chorus, echoing from the plum tree. They hang upside down on the sunflowers as the sun slides across the canyon. They sleep before it's dark. They do not wait for cricket night. Teased by her shadow, she tried to gather darkness, throw it into the sun, so that she might ease and erase the sorrow she believed was hers. Dancing wildly to the song of her longing, she found she was the ache, not dark nor light, but all dark and all light, sadness and joy the same. Like a sudden summer rain in the desert, how did I not notice those dark clouds coming up the canyon behind me? I was walking in leaf and sun and flowing cloud shadows, a princess in her castle of dreams. I found myself trying to hang on to the sidewalk, cottonwoods and river willows bending low in the winds, in the tsunami that left nothing in its wake. My own love struck me like thunder. Lightning shattered the very sky and pierced my heart. Sea consumed the sky in this battle without victors, leaving nothing but tears, and a lone figure walking, wandering the canyon of love. Dissolved into midnight beauty, howling in the moon and hearing only the echo of my own voice. I need imaginary others to hear my song. Without a song, there is no singer. A river needs its banks to flow. Midnight bathes in the sound of your heart weeping. Love, the heartbeat of life. This pulsating aliveness, looking and feeling like anything at all. I have no eyes, no teeth, no skin, no smile, no breath, no song, no heartbeat without your eyes to show me my reflection. I am love's reflection. The end of the need to capture the sun bathes me in sunlight's beauty, and I fall softly, softly into liquid sky, naked and unafraid that no one is wearing this nakedness. At first, it felt like I was swimming upstream, the rocks and waves pounding me. Then it felt like I had turned around and was floating downstream. Then it felt like I was the river and had always been. Yet I can only know this river of wind song and this wondrous unknowing. There is no other. And Tosca dances on the meadow of flowing grasses as the wind flies through my hair. I am the wind and the flowers flowing, and this sublime melancholy, the ache of our beautiful humanness. Inky black hides behind mountain moon. I bathe in its cool light. First finches sing in the plum tree. Last crickets fade. Time descends. Thin pale dawn slides over the canyon. Garbage truck roars down the street. Sound cannot break this silence, nor dark this light. I am the sky dancing, night and day pulsing, heartbeat of solitude. This breath of seamless ease embraces me, sings me. Sharing the sunrise, worlds apart, knowing we can never touch, lost in each other's flowing colors. All this and that is simply an enchanting illusion. This brilliant immediacy, utterly obvious, naturally present, vast, clear, radiant, has no edges, nor split, nor division anywhere. Only in this flowing description, rainbow painting on the river, whirlpools and eddies, and waves surging and dissolving, longing to greet the ocean. There seems to be a story and a storyteller, but we are sumptuous fairy tales, shadows in the dark, light twirling in light, a wind ballet in wind, wet in wet. The water kisses itself. Like this pearly iridescent shell, the vastness calls you from the deep, calls you home, the home you never left. Wind sings of love and love lost, and beauty pours from your eyes, or are they mine? We are this broken-hearted beauty, as real as tomorrow. Moon sails the sky, reflections appear and disappear. Clouds dance with their shadows in perfect precision, kissing at the top of the canyon, sky in sky. Sky breathes into the drapery of night, spills down the canyon walls, pools and echoes swirling at your feet. There is a dance, you know, deep within, where sky kisses sky, in a loop-de-loop lasso around the sun, through the clouds and rain, in your heart and your dreams. The nighttime dream is filled with sky, as are you. There are no pieces of sky for you to eat one by one, nor a you to gather them. It must swallow you whole and spit you out, for you to remember this seamless dance of light and dark. Light swoons through the light, through this empty heart of moon glow, bleeding. Its heartbeat is this song of words and silence. It fills these shoes with memories, dancing, and names the birds yellow. It is their morning song, this brightening sky and lingering night. Her fingertips combed the edges of air, ragged, twisted, elegant wings, her heart poised on the terrace of sky, waiting for a lift-off. The sumptuous feeling of the caress of wind in between her fingers and toes, gently, gently piercing, stabbing all ideas of solidity. Desert raven soars above, cawing in a language which she begins to remember. The magic of flight has always been known, merely ignored, never forgotten, never not this wind ballet of feathers and endless sky. Wings of sky, flowing carpet of feathered shadows, washes through me as I dance, garland of flowers and skulls. Birth this poem, intimacy of imaginary lines, waltzing into and through each other, weaving and unweaving tattered sails. Horizon kisses itself as it unfolds and drops the sky into earth, into sea, where waves reflect my beautiful sunset. Saying this is it implies that there is a that. That is not it. There is no that, nor this. There is no field beyond right and wrong, as beyond is made up. There is no outside to what is going on, as outside and inside are made up. Like all this and that, you and me, light and dark, love and hate. Knowing this feels like love, feeling the seamless ease of not believing in imaginary separation, yet playing in the fields of separation where every blade of grass, every flower, every color, oh my, the deep reds of trailing roses, golden sunrise and sunset, day and night soaring through me, as I am the waltz of light and shadow, I am the flowing, the rippling reflection, and the waters laughing. Slow, gentle rain eases. Shimmer of moon sails over the canyon wall. Cricket chorus fades. Deep hush before dawn. Morning finches sleep. Arabesque of trees catch the first light. Wind sweeps down the canyon, bringing the scent of high mountain rains. I am the treetops and the wind dancing. Moonlight floods the garden path, walking on clouds, footless. Fragrance of memories lost, flowers pressed between the pages of a book, slipping between the cracks in the sidewalk. There is no one to gather them, or hold them, or let them loose. A life unbound, unread, unsought, twirls down the canyon, an empty dress. Sky falls away from its tethers, roses fall away from their redness, wetness falls away from the river. Weeping softly, hours before dawn, a morning bird. Time lost its skin, tattoos faded, no one left to wear the morning, or hear the sunrise kiss the canyon, slowly waltzing with the cottonwoods, deer grazing on the long grasses, rippling stream, sun dancing, memories sing an apparent songstress. It's a love song of golden yellow falling, drinking deeply this unabridged life. It seems she had always been searching for endless sky, forever homeless. Once she found a perfect skeleton of a hawk's wing, featherless, and left it to the desert winds. What good is a wing that can't fly? Where could she take a treasure when there was no place, no one she could trust? She is the memory of the slanting sun on the red canyon walls, a lost little girl weeping, who found the beauty of flight. Wings of feathered sky brush flowers on the sidewalk, under the dancing trees, neath the wind song, arabesque of hush, pierces the day, crochets the night. Sumptuous, edgeless, 3D light fabric, mirrored skirts twirling, flowing reflections of reflections, neither still nor moving. Sky blooms, finch-filled morning sings. Love's memories echo on the canyon walls, spill into the shadows, and light the day. Baseless, shimmering reflections, brilliant beyond measure, spinning, turning, dancing, twisting, twirling, rushing, roaring, without movement or stillness. You turn around to face yourself and find not even nothing. Centerless jewels everywhere. Everyone you meet, you fall in love. As through the reflection in their eyes, you catch a glimpse of your own beauty and emptiness. The feeling of solidity loses its grasp on nothing. Even empty is too full a word to kiss the kiss of sideless glances. In the morning hush, you hear your own heart beating, and yet it is no longer yours. But you recognize your song in the finches and robins and winds soaring down the canyon, and you are the treetops dancing in the wind, and the feeling of seamless ease that has erased the edges between inside and outside that never were. It was only a dream within the dream that prevented you from seeing that you are the dream, full and complete, never broken, yet empty. Even love, that one thing you held out your heart for, dies. This feeling cannot be captured with the razor of thought or words or concepts. Ever intimate and infinite and uncapturable, it is beauteous beyond measure or song. I often call this love, yet it is beyond any ideas I had of love before. It is leaves dancing, walking through the light and shadow magic carpet flowing across the sidewalk, tapestries of space weaving and unweaving themselves with infinite color and no color at all, symphonies of surround sound beating your heart and the rush and timpani of the canyon night. It is a wind ballet swirling through a pirouette of wonder, in you, as you, through you, and yet there is a sublime emptiness which no one left or entered, so vast that even the furthest reaches of space can never fill it, as it has no edges nor center. And you find yourself in the center, still dancing. You are the dance and the dancer, yet the dance floor has fallen away. You are breathless, yet you are breath itself. I love these songs that can evoke this feeling of sumptuous lostness, these ambiguous words which can leave the mind hanging, skip it out of the grooves of assumed knowing, and an unknowable music can be heard in the distance and from inside, like songs you heard before you could listen. Melancholy and joy merge, so unbearably beautiful. Tears flow, and you are the wetness and the saltiness as you slide into the sea of dreams you never left. Searching for the meaning of yellow, blossoms into a song without end or beginning that sings her. Memories of love weave traceries of sky, words sketch a silhouette. The center is empty and flows outside of the lines. Edges extend without end and cannot be found. Cloud flowers weep as they dissolve into their own reflection. What is yellow? What is love? Where does it end and this poem begin? Where are my lines when these lines sing me? Intimate rhapsody of endless ocean sings itself, cannot be known, yet you know its song, caught in the hands of moon. Night releases itself into sky. Waves seem to punctuate the fathomless seas. Words seem to separate wetness from water and you from me. I am love's memories gently unwinding into the sunset. Tattered fringes of light and shadow dancing on the edge of the known as it falls into the unknown, swooning as a love dream that leapt inside itself and discovered sparkling jewels everywhere. Dawn opened the door, drew shadows on the threshold. Sky flew in and pulled her out, swallowed her and spit her out. Her breath is empty. There is no one breathing, singing, laughing, dancing, weeping, loving. Cold mountain winds raced down the dark canyon, looking for the hot desert bathing in sun. I hugged my shoulders, enchanted with the seamless dance of wind and sky. Last stars fade in the brightening sky. Love gnaws my bones, sucks out the marrow of sunrise and the death of moon, bleeds onto the path that no one follows. Wondrous as I hear my story, reflections of ancient wind songs. Acres of sky, eons of love. I am wind dancing in wind. She listens to the softness, contrapuntal colors bleeding through each other, through her belly, through her heart. An indefinable softness sings. Water is the color, sky is the sound, blue is the touch, light is the taste. Love has no color, yet is all color. merging into this song of streaming rainbows sliding through me as me. The book of days and nights fell apart in my hands. I hear it echo in the moonlight, see it shimmer in the midday sun. Time lost its reflection as love subsumed it all. No one wanders as this rhythm of light or dances as this melody of wonder. Yet I find myself in love, as love, with this ever blooming, ever wilting dreamscape. Mountains swoon into valleys without end or beginning. Days slide into night. Death is always here. How many years since love swallowed me? I cannot say. Yet I can say I still love this love that I am, that we are, that this is. Love breathes me, sings me. Nakedly it erased my eyes and grew them anew. I am the eyes of the day, intimate, skinless, licked clean of dreams of tomorrow. Morning slides through me, deeper than space folding on the sidewalk. I paint the morning. Yellow finches, rushing tires on the road, tea kettle ready to sing. This music cannot be sung or heard or remembered or forgotten. This house, this garden, this life, this love belongs to no one. I am a stranger and a lover, new and familiar. Who gathered the shells on the coffee table? Who loved so deeply she thought her heart might burst? Who writes love letters in the dark to you, that I may see my beauty in your reflection? And you find that what the sages have been singing about is simply this: your own life, just as it is. Day dissolves on the distant hills. Last bird leaves the feeder, gathering dusk in the plum tree. I am this nakedness dancing, circles of empty light breathing, weight of darkness melting. No one wears this dress of shadows swirling, or wades through this carpet of moonlight, singing. After the rain, blossoms paint the sidewalk. Flowing dust motes catch the morning, but cannot hold it. Spider webs weave sunlight, gossamer tapestry of light in light. Filaments of gold in gold, drops of rainbows suspended, reflect my eyes. Finches call each other into this dance, this soaring dream of wonder, pirouettes into a song that I cannot sing, yet long to. Here are these words I sing to you. They are not mine to give, disappearing as they arise, like the summer sun glistening so beautifully, delicately in your eyes. I weep at your beauty and long to kiss this wonder into you, so that we may sit in awe of the day. A pair of eyes painted on the glass, trying to kiss life, drink this magic, this swirling, kaleidoscopic echo-land dream. Eating the rainbow leaves shards of sky in your mouth. Pierce your heart. Where is the treasure? Is it this empty glass? Whose words reflect the sunrise? Whose tears fill the mirror with watercolor dreams? Whose rainbow fills these empty brush strokes? Who made these empty footprints that crumble into dust? Acres of tears cleanse these eyes that no one wears. It was the emptiness you longed for that drank you and left you spinning, weeping, dancing, soaring skinless, nakedly and utterly alone. No one wears this beautiful rainbow garment, this swirling gown of mirrors, this nakedness, these tears. It's like waking up on a perfect summer morning, hearing the robin song through the open window. Lazily from your bed, you watch the sun and wind play in the treetops, and you remember that you have nothing to do, ever. Moon lily unfolds in spirals, galaxies unhinged, sings its love songs in the dark. Night falls through its own echoes as morning sings us. A dancer stands in her own hush, wilting into her absolute tenderness. Looking through both sides of the mirror, I can see your beautiful eyes shining. Looking back, there is no path. Looking ahead, there is no road. How beautiful your face at the edge of the world. Clothed in sky, day weeps. Sewn with spider webs, blue needs no hem. pouring down the mountain, pooling in shadows at my feet, wading through echoes. It is my own heart beating, a continuous embrace of light in light, of blue in blue. Solitude stretched its arms around me as my heart burst into sky. Bathed in shimmering gold, glowing from within, river of sunset, ballet of shadows, flowing carpet of dreams, echoes of love call your name between light and light. Liquid eyes melt the day into this love dream, weeping. What do you call an open heart when there is no one left inside? When no one saw their empty eyes reflecting in the window, looking out, looking in? No one left their fingerprints on the glass. When no one went out the back door and no one entered, there was blood on the threshold. No one embraced an empty shadow weeping in the kitchen at the enormity, the immensity of a ravishing vastness, a burning, intimate, all-consuming brilliance, superseding all ideas of emptiness, brilliant awareness, gazing out, gazing in, and meeting itself in this very kiss. Rivulet of sun pours down the canyon walls, parting the veil of darkness, slides down the sidewalk, illuminates my feet. I waltz in this flowing carpet of shadows. Shadows dance through me. Shimmering reflections paint my countenance in sky with sky. Mirrored glances in this pool of echoes reflect life's longing to see itself. Morning sings of day. I hear the dance of no tomorrow, and it is beautiful. Beauty flows through me. I am beauty. I am everything and nothing at all. There are no things. It was just a beautiful dream that you were the mover of clouds. Carpet of echoes, of reflections, of shadows weeping, leaf slowly spinning, lyrically floating down to the sidewalk. One side meets its shadow in a butterfly kiss. Love asked for one last dance. Space bled into your bones, watered the sounds of the night as the depths of the fathomless sea dissolved in sky and erase your lines. Your story an echo that breaks your heart, the heart you never had, the love you never had, fills these empty shoes, this empty heart, this empty sky. Tides wave hello, goodbye, hello. Song of the seas, heartbeat of existence. You can hear it in this empty shell, drowning in your empty heart. Echoes of vastness, more intimate than your pulse. Music has no melody without imaginary separation, nor love.